Beyond seeking a stay, how do you plan to respond to the abortion movement?
So look, I don't want to get ahead of the courts here. As you know, that's something that we're very mindful of. The Department of Justice were quick to act, as you know, as you mentioned, the stay, and we're going to continue to move forward in that fashion. It probably is going to go up to the Supreme Court, which we feel pretty confident that we're going to win. But we're going to be very clear here. And I talked about this at the beginning, the disinformation, misinformation that's out there. Mifepristone is still very much available, still very much available right now for women who need it or providers who need it at this time. And so, look, this is a president and an administration that's going to continue to fight to make sure that women have the health care that they need, to make sure that they make their own decision when it comes to their own body. And I also mentioned this too. This is what we're seeing currently right now. It's part of the plan, right? It's part of what we've been hearing from extreme MAGA Republicans in these different state houses, and of course national Republicans saying that they want a national abortion ban. This is part of this, and so they're going to continue to take those actions. I think we've seen more than 300 pieces of legislation coming out of state houses to take away a woman's freedom, a woman's right to make her own decision, a decision that should be between herself and her doctor. And so, look, the president's going to continue to fight for people's freedoms, in this particular women's freedom. And we saw what the American people said during the midterms. Like, they want us to continue to do that, continue to fight for their freedom.
Can you confirm on that? So the administration is going to comply with this federal judge's order?
Look, we are going to always follow the law, always. But doesn't mean that that we're not going to fight. Doesn't mean that we're not going to, as you know, DOJ has appealed this, and will continue to fight in the courts.
And so will the administration then move to expedite reapproval of mifepristone?
What I can say is that right now DOJ has already stayed, as Steve mentioned, and is fighting to maintain the stay and ultimately win the case, as we believe, in the Supreme Court. And so we're going to let DOJ do their work, the Department of Justice do their work.
Can the FDA reapprove this
So
quickly?
what I can say is that we stand by the FDA's approval of mifepristone, and we are prepared for a long legal fight. That's what I can say from here. That's what we are committed to doing for the providers who are making sure that this is available to women, and also for women out there. But again, it's still available. And as we know, this is a decision is stayed for 7 days starting from this past Friday. And so the status quo remains. But again, we are ready to